Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's Rod Strikes checking in today. And now, as you all may know, 2026 is going to be a pretty stellar year, or at least an interesting year when it comes to a lot of the games that are coming out. And I think February is going to be where we're going to start to see some of those heavy hitters start to take place. Of course, later on in this month, we will have the big title, or hopefully big title, which is going to be Resident Evil Requiem, dropping on February 27th. But before that, on February 6th and technically February 5th, depending on where you stay, there's going to be a game called Nioh 3 that is going to be dropping on that date. Now, I wanted to have a good discussion about that today because if you know anything about my channel prior to this, or know anything about me myself, Souls-likes is just where my, I don't know, like the little small masochistic side of me loves all those kind of things as far as gaming goes right now. So I've been a big fan of Nioh since Nioh 1. Nioh 2 was definitely a bit of a venture off into a different pathway compared to the first one, but still very enjoyable. And I've had the opportunity to start jumping into the demo of Nioh 3 thus far. And I can say that ever since I picked it up, I played a few hours at this point and I've been unable to put it down ever since. All right, so a big reason why I would recommend actually jumping onto this demo at this point is for one huge reason is that, of course, you get a chance to play the game, see what it's all about, see if the speed of it, the core gameplay mechanics, if all that stuff is going to reconcile with what you would truly want to enjoy from the game before you drop any kind of money on it, whether it be the standard edition or the deluxe edition, and just kind of take it from there. I myself, being a person who once again has already played Nioh 1 and Nioh 2, this is a game that pretty much delivers on all fronts as far as what I would expect for a new upcoming title in this series at this point in time. So everything as far as the gameplay mechanics, from the speed, the style, the weapons, it's all taking us back down memory lane with a lot of those, but it's also delivering some new aspects of the combat system and some new variations of enemies that we've yet to see just yet. So I can't get too much into it. I just know that from what I've seen in the demo thus far, and hopefully you all will just download and get to enjoy, that it's going to be a worthwhile experience while also looking pretty amazing as well. I can definitely say that although Nioh 2 got a enhancement on PlayStation 5 and even like a PC update a few years back, this is definitely a huge upgrade compared to when I first played Nioh 2 back in the heyday. Now, this rolls right into my next point, and that's going to be to talk about performance. The reason why I want to talk about that is because I know for a lot of people, sometimes it's been hit or miss when it comes to the quality level or performance level on some of the graphics cards or some of the devices that we may have used in the past when it came to Nioh games. But I can assure you, this laptop over here, this G16, has a 4070 in it. It's been running that game just fine, no issues whatsoever. I haven't really seen too many stutters or frame drops. And also I have a 3080 in one of my slightly older desktops over here. And once again, it's been phenomenal from start to finish. I've had no kind of real hiccups when it comes to my gameplay, and just overall just feel like my system can't handle it. It hasn't been too intensive on anything as far as the components in there. So of course, this can be hit or miss with everybody's rigs and whatever you have set up out there, but I can highly recommend for you to at least, once again, just try the demo out with your current setup and just see exactly what that thing is hitting on. But as of right now, I have no complaints, besides for the fact that if you're trying to play this on handheld or a PC handheld device, you might want to hold off on that. I do have a Legion Go S with a Z1 Extreme chip in it, and unfortunately we couldn't get anything rolling with that one there. It was just too slow. All kind of issues were getting really choppy. Once we got to like 3 or 4 enemies on screen, it would kind of just dip off completely. But who knows, maybe by the time the game comes out, they might do a little bit more of a balance and optimization for the PC handheld team to get that working. But I can definitely say, at least for right now, if you're rolling with any of those kind of setups like I mentioned before, as far as the graphics card components, you should be good to go. All right, so to discuss some of the pros of this demo itself, first, a huge one is the fact that all the progress that you make in this, if you decide to purchase the full game, which once again will release later this week, you can actually transfer that progress directly into the game itself. So you do get a chance to get a jump start. And if you've never played a Nioh game before, something that I will tell you about is that some of the weapons, armors, and everything else that you can retrieve in the game are pretty much random drops from some of these enemies. So it's really good to go ahead and just kind of get a feel for not only just if you like the game from a gameplay perspective, but also to get a jump start on some of the early game weaponry and also some of the early game armor sets, just to kind of get you a better setup for what might be to come in some later areas. But of course, don't try to hoard stuff, because one thing that you will learn about Nioh is that you're gonna be bound to get a lot of different weapons, items, and also new skills as you play through the game. So never worry about harboring too much. And if you buy the deluxe edition, it will come with some actual skins and upgraded armors. So who knows, those things might be actually pretty good too. But either way, like I was mentioning there, that's a great reason to jump into the game, to get that early content on day one, and also just to advance past it. Second, I do want to speak on the fact that I do like a bit of a challenge whenever I play these games. I'm never a fan of just breezing through Souls-likes and just kind of just, you know, pretty much just playing the game on an easy casual mode. This one does have a challenge. I have not played Nioh, the series, pretty much in about 2 to 3 years at this point. But I can say that after I got back into the mix of it, I was able to kind of hold my own against most of the standard enemies, and of course the bosses that exist inside of this demo as well. They were pretty challenging at first, but after you get 3 or 4 good rounds with them, even for somebody like myself who's taken some time off from this series, you can get right back into the saddle and knock them out. So it's a good balance for the first playthrough, and I'm pretty sure this game will deliver a new game plus like the others have done in the past. That'll be even more challenging too. All right, so as far as my cons would go, at this point, my only real one is the fact that the demo just wasn't longer. I just can't wait for the game to drop. It's coming out once again. It'll be on February 5th at 7 p.m. Eastern time at this point via Steam, and I'm assuming via PS5 at the same time as well. Double check, but I'm gonna drop like a quick screenshot right here to show you what the global release times are slated to be. And hopefully this is not subject to change due to any kind of delays on Nioh or Koeitecmo's part later on down the line. So at this point here, we're very, very close to the release, and I would highly recommend, if you've been looking at trailers or you've been hearing about this game since the alpha released quite a while ago, jump into this, give it a really solid chance. You have nothing to lose. You only have things to gain from doing so. Even if you gain more money in your pocket and just want to save out for, once again, other games like Resident Evil or other titles that are coming out in March. I know Crimson Desert is another big one that I cannot wait to play personally. But if you want to get something to hold you down until those other titles come through and just have a lot of fun, Nioh 3, from what it feels like, is a great place to start. All right, so keeping it short, sweet, and simple today. That's all I got for you guys. If y'all enjoyed this content, please go ahead and drop a like on the video and subscribe for more content. I'm definitely going to be dropping some walkthrough videos as well as maybe some boss guides if there's anything that's really, really difficult in the actual full release of the game later on down the road to help everybody get through it. I've done that before for everything slating back to Dark Souls back in the day. So anytime I can help out the community and just get us through those frustrating points, I'm all here for it. So once again, thanks for tuning in, and until next time, take care.